This tutorial will show you how to do part 1 of the week 1 assignment, which is to create a shape and place it on top of text or images so that it will slide. The shape will slide either vertically or horizontally to reveal just a small amount of information at a time. As you can see on the page that I have here, and you saw this in the flip chart example that I emailed you, I have lots of text on the page, and it's really hard for kids to focus on all of this information. It's just too much information probably for most of us. So one way to help students to focus and to make your flip charts a little more interesting is to create a shape and cover up each individual section, and then you can slide the shape down to reveal just one sentence or one section at a time. So to do that, you go over to your Shapes tool on your toolbar. So I'm going to click once on the Shape tool, and then it reveals several other shapes. I have double arrows down here at the bottom. If I click on those, it will show me even more shapes that I could use. But I'm going to choose the rectangle. If you notice, I have a color palette at the top. This color determines the inside color of my shape, and then this larger color palette on my toolbar determines the outline color of my shape if I choose to have maybe a green rectangle with a red outline. So I'm going to select rectangle. I'm going to choose the color red, and I don't want an outline, so I'm just going to choose red for the outline. And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to cover up this whole upper class section. And there's my shape. I'm going to go back and get my select tool so that I can click once on the shape and select it. It puts this selection box around my shape. Now I can right click on the box, and I want to select Property Browser. And then over here in the window, the Property Browser window that pops up, I have each of these sections. There's a section for position, there's a section for label, yours may be open or closed, there's a fill section, an outline section, and so on. So I want to go down to the section for restrictors. Now mine's already open. If yours is not, if you don't see these same options, maybe your restrictors box is closed, so you can click on the plus sign to open that back up. So under restrictors, in the restrictors section, you'll see an option down here, can move. It defaults to freely, and I'm going to change that to vertically. I want this red box, red shape to move up and down, so I'm going to select vertically. And then I click off of it, and now my box will only move up and down and not freely across the page. Alright, so we'll do that again for the middle class section. So I'm going to choose the Shapes tool. I'm going to select rectangle. This time I think I'll do a green box with a green outline. Alright, so there's my green shape. Go back and get my selector tool. Now I can select the box and right click on it, choose Property Browser, and then I go over here to my Property Browser window and I go down until I find the restrictor. I'll have to close some of these up, and we'll close that one. Here's my restrictors section. So in the restrictors section, can move freely, and let me just show you, freely means it moves all around the page. I only want it to move up and down, so I'm going to change, scroll it down, I'm going to change freely to vertically, and when I click off that, my box moves only up and down. So I'm going to do one more for the lower class section. Get my shape tool, rectangle. I'm going to choose a blue box, the blue outline. Draw my rectangle by clicking and dragging. Get my selector tool. Alright, now I'm going to click once on the box to select it. Then I'm going to right click, choose Property Browser. Then I'm going to go over here to Restrictors, Can Move. It always defaults to freely. I'm going to change it to vertically. Then when I click off of it, my box moves up and down. Now if you'll notice, the red lines of my chart are on top of my box. I would rather those be underneath my box. Now a flip chart, when you create shapes and text and add images, things are on different layers of your flip chart. And I think you covered layers in the ActivInspire beginner course, but I'll just go over that quickly, how to move something to a different layer. So obviously my blue box is not on the top layer because the red lines are obviously on the top layer. So I want my blue box to be on top of my red lines. So I'm going to click once on the blue box, then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to reorder, and I want to put my blue box on the top layer. So I'm going to select to top layer, and there you go, my red lines are now underneath my blue box. I'm going to do the same for the green. Right click, reorder to top layer, reorder to top layer, and there you go. So that's how you put a shape on top of text so that you can reveal something in increments. Alright, so try this on your own and let me know if you have any problems.